Coffee with Kate. Today's mug is a mug that I received as a gift from Azanea, aka Ozzy, my bonus child. She's a student at Montclair State University in New Jersey. So I love this mug. It has a little metal decal on it, so you can't microwave it, but it feels good. I use it all the time. Thank you, Ozzy. Shout out to all the high schoolers, middle schoolers, grade schoolers, college students. Finish the year strong. I know there was a big interruption, especially for the high school seniors in your senior year, but continue to do what you started, even though you had to finish the year untraditionally. You missed out on some of the stuff that was scheduled for now, but just kind of finish the year out strong and continue to move in the path that you've set out to do, and just be great. Just be great. So shout out to all the students out there during this time. So today is April 20th, 420. So Kate is super dope, super hip, whatever the case may be. I didn't know what 420 was. I used to see this hashtag all the time on April 20th. So a couple of years ago, I was like, well, what does this mean? So I did a little research, did a little Googling, found out what it meant. If you don't know, ask somebody or Google it. However, for me, I don't celebrate in that 420 celebration because I choose to glorify God on 420 and His Word. So my way of celebrating 420 every year, because the hashtag is popping, is to pull out a scripture that is from the 4th chapter or the 20th verse. So today's scripture, I'm going to set it up for you. We're going to go to Luke, right? Today's scripture starts in chapter 4 of Luke. So Jesus was in Nazareth, where he grew up, and it was kind of customary to go into the synagogue and read the scriptures or the books of old on the Sabbath day. So Jesus went there to do this. So when the priest gave him the scroll, he unrolled it, and I'll start it from the 18th verse. The Spirit of the Lord is on me because He has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery for sight to the blind and set the oppressed free. Right? Verse 19, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. Right? So this is where it gets interesting. Verse 20, chapter 4, verse 20. Then he rolled up the scripture. Sorry. Gave it back to the attendant and sat down. The eyes of everyone in the synagogue was fastened on him. And he began saying to them, today, this scripture is fulfilled in your hearing. Right? So he came, he read, and as he was reading, he hit him with the bow. Today, the scripture is fulfilled. Right? So it goes on to further say, they were like, what are you talking about? Like, you must be out your mind. You did not fulfill this. But did he not work those miracles? He did work those miracles. He gave sight to the blind. He proclaimed, he was the good news to the poor. He came to set the prisoners free from sin, right? So that'd be us, right? So we are bound in sin. He came to do all this, and they're looking at him like, what are you talking about? Okay. But if you go now to the 21st verse, right, it says, truly I tell you, he continued, no prophet is accepted in his hometown. So get this. This is the message for today. I don't know what it is that you have been called to do, what it is that you tried to put out there. Maybe you wrote a book. Maybe you opened up your own shop. Maybe you started making clothes, and the people that you know closest to you don't support you. They look at you like, what is this? Give you a quick story. My brother DeAndre, we call him Doobie. Years ago, he's a little kid. Doobie was always coming up with something strange. So this one day he said, you know what? I want to start my own company. He was still in high school. He said, my company is going to be called Rent a Rim. And we just looked at him like, Rent a Rim? Like, who would rent rims? Like, why would anybody do this? This is like, in the 90s, like 90s or whatever. Like, why would anybody rent a rim? So we just kind of discarded him like the people discarded Jesus when he was saying what he's come to do and what he did. We were like, what? So Doobie wasn't even accepted in his own home because we didn't receive the word from him. So fast forward years later, I'm rolling down the street and I see a sign over a garage door, like a store. It says rent rims, rent a rim. And I was like, yo, Dewey said this years ago. Here's the point. Whatever God has called you to do, whatever your purpose is, do it. Don't worry about who buys, who don't buy, who supports you, who reposts it, whatever. Do what you do. Forget. We do have a hater, and it's not really other people. Other people sometimes are wrapped up in what they got going on, trying to make it from day to day survive. The people that you know, right? So we all got to struggle daily, right? We do have a hater. That is the enemy, the devil. He's come to kill, steal, and destroy, right? So we know that God has come that we might have life and have more abundantly. So go out and forget those that are in your circle that you may not think support you. It's not about that. What you set out to do is for your purpose, for your plan. Do your plan, do your purpose, do what God has called you to do. And I guarantee you, if you stick with the plan and you see it out, you will see your way through. And it will be great. You will be great. God will be glorified. You will be a champion at what you set out to do. And it will all end well. To God be the glory for great things that he has done. Guess what? You know what it is. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Oh, yeah. And I just realized as I was shouting out Montclair State, shout out to FAMU Rattlers and all the historically Black colleges and university. Shout out to my homeboy Woody that is an alumni of FAMU, and he bought me this shirt. So y'all have a great day. Again, I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Bye.